a.m. on WCNC Plus. I'm Ben Thompson.
And I'm Lisa Washington. We continue to follow breaking news in Plaza Midwood, where Central Avenue is shut down after a late night crash.
WCNC Charlotte's Richard Vane has been there live all morning. So, Richard, just a few moments ago on the broadcast side, we saw them starting to take that car away. What's the latest?
Yeah, that pretty much is some good news, because that might mean that this section of Central Avenue will be open again. Let me step out of the way. And as you mentioned, we saw a tow truck coming here. Police have been here all morning, all night, actually. This event actually happening about 11:30 last night when that car slammed into the side of the Overton Row apartment building right here on Central Avenue, right near Hawthorne Lanes. Hawthorne, I should say. Right now you can see that tow truck is right here in the process of trying to get that car removed. Duke Energy crews had been here throughout the night getting that power line. There were two power poles that car actually slammed into, apparently as it was speeding away from police. Some neighbors had been talking about the fact that they heard choppers. Some people say they actually saw choppers late last night. So apparently this was the result of a chase. Apparently, we haven't confirmed that from CMP, but that we do know they were trying to stop the person who was driving that car that slammed into the side of that building. Let me say that again. Police were trying to stop the car. We do know that it slammed into the side of the building. Don't know confirmation about a chopper being up, but a number of residents said that the police were here so fast that they thought it was some sort of chase as well. As you see that car being loaded right onto that tow truck so they can take it away. Now, CMPD says that they have taken someone into custody who was involved in this crash. We don't know what charges that person is facing. We do know from a number of residents that they saw a man who was about a few yards away from that car after the impact into the side of that building. Residents who were inside the building say they got an email telling them about the crash, and there might be some power outages. For its part, Duke said that at one point 450 customers were without power last night, but we can tell you they have new power poles up, at least 2 new power poles and power lines back up. We don't know the extent of any damage, or if how much power has been restored, or what time it's been restored. We do know there people were without power starting about 11:30 last night when this whole incident started. But the fact that they're now removing the car means that they could have this part of Central Avenue open very shortly. Of course, we're going to keep you posted here online throughout the day with this situation. Again, we'll have much more updates as this continues to evolve. But for right now, we are right here in Plaza Midwood. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Richard, so it appears, and correct me if I'm wrong, it appears it's an apartment building behind you. So that also means anybody could have been in there at any time, but it appears nobody was hurt there on the inside, at least.
Absolutely correct. As a matter of fact, a couple of residents were saying that if I'll step out of the way again, there are benches that are right there. If Ruben can pan in, you can possibly see their benches. Some people say they sit on those benches, that he took the person who was driving that car actually ran over benches where people sit. People were commenting throughout the night that this is an area, well, you know, people who've been in this area for years or just recently know that you can walk down this area. It's a very crowded area of town. People walk at that hour, just walk, hang out. And this could have been a much worse situation. We could have a much different story. Yeah, the car took out benches. Fortunately, the damage to the apartments, while there is some damage, it does not look as significant as one might say. One resident said that they were asleep, didn't hear anything. They got that email in the morning. They told our own Ruben Wallace that they didn't hear any damage. They slept through the night. There are a couple stories up. Somebody else told somebody else who talked to us, and so that's third party, that they heard the loud sound of the impact of the car. But you can see the damage of the car that it's made just from the video that Ruben is shooting right now. So those significant damage, but this could have been a lot worse than it is. It's pretty bad as it is, but fortunately, no innocent bystanders were hurt in this incident.
All right, now you can see the cat sign there for a bus stop. So thankfully the timing, no one was there. Richard, thank you so much for that report.
Absolutely.
Our Brittany Van Voorhees is standing by with us now on how the commute is shaping up this morning, including that workaround from the scene there on Central Avenue.
Yeah, so it's Central Avenue East between Hawthorne Lane and Louise Avenue. It's only about 2 blocks or so, but this is a big interchange getting in and out of Plaza Midwood, especially this time of the morning. If you want to take the interstate, 277 outer loop and avoiding Central Avenue exit is an option, but if you want to avoid the interstate altogether, Charlottetown Avenue to Hawthorne Lane is going to be your best workaround to avoid the highway, especially this time of day. 277 is often very busy and very backed up. If you need to get back on Central Avenue, that would be your option to then turn right and get back on that same road. Other than that, you can take Hawthorne Lane no matter how high, how low you need to go, and again, avoid those issues altogether. We do have a crash, though, that just happened a little bit ago, South Boulevard at Old Pineville. Of course, we know Old Pineville is the roadway here that kind of veers off near where that light rail crossover there is, but if you're going right, heading eastbound, that will actually take you on Scaly Bark that eventually gets you to Park Road. Now, here's the issue here. We do know right now that this is an injury incident, have not gotten any more updates, but looking at some of the images, it does look like a potential pedestrian issue, if not a motorcycle issue. Very hard to see still from the fog and the fact that some of those images were taken earlier this morning when it was a little darker. Only other incident we have active right now just happened here just off of 85 there near Highway 29. Of course, we'll have updates throughout the morning. Christopher.